We are live on
Ta-da!
Facebook.
We made it.
Yes, we made it.
All right. Oh boy, that was interesting.
Yeah,
We were
it's the
in
first time we've
in the
used
vortex.
the first time we used the Facebook event thing. We weren't sure it's working correctly, so nothing like trying it out for the first time when you're supposed to be going live.
All right. Well,
Nothing
hey,
like
listen, it worked.
hey, trial by fire,
Trial by fire. Well,
and it
okay.
worked.
So
we're good.
welcome everybody to IFB Interfleet Broadcasting. I'm New York Pete, and I'm here with my partner, the Tipsy Toaster, Chris.
Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to our broadcast. We are streaming live here on Facebook on our Starship Battle.
Oh,
Well, what?
easy.
We don't. We're broadcasting probably to UFOs and everything else in the world out there. We were just having a discussion earlier about UFOs. I said, no, those aren't UFOs. That's just us preparing for takeover. So the Cylons are just, you see them every so once in a while. We try to hide them oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to say anything about that. Oh, whoops.
Oh boy.
Anyways, those
All right.
UFOs out there are probably aliens of some type. They're not Cylons getting ready for an invasion or anything like that. So
Not
we're
that
good.
we know of. It could be. You don't know.
No, not that we know
Well,
of. We shouldn't have
welcome-
any of that.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everybody to the show. News entertainment with a slant towards 70s, 80s sci-fi TV movies from two guys that grew up watching the original Battlestar Galactica. So and all the Glenn Larson stuff. So all of that plus all the new stuff and
Yep,
and
all the
some
cool stuff.
sprinkled in between is everything
The
including books and
Expanse, even new
Yeah.
BSG, everything.
yep. Oh, the whole kit and caboodle. Later on the show, of course, we're going to Chris, your
Yep.
favorite
Yeah, well,
non-existing band.
I'm telling you, that's the
Cylon
best
Death Machine.
band. It's the best band name. If I was a musician, I would call my band the Cylon Death
Cylon
Machine.
Death
That would be
Machine,
an
yeah.
awesome rock band's name.
It actually would be. I gotta agree. There's no question about it. So I know that George is with us. George G. Lee Jacobson. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us live. So all you guys that are on, put up a shout out so we can we can recognize you. But in the meantime, Chris, we have to do our traditional toast.
Yes,
Right? We
tonight's a
gotta-
little different though, right?
Yeah, it is. Tonight we actually decided that we were going to
Drink beer
do a
tonight.
beer. Yeah. Clown
And we couldn't drink any
shoes.
beer. We had to drink a beer that had a sci-fi name.
Yeah, Space Cake Double IPA. So that was an adventure because we went to go buy these and we didn't know which one to get. And
We're on the
that's a whole-
phone.
that's
He's
a
in New
whole other
York. I'm in
episode.
Virginia.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Ready?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right.
Smells like.
Wow.
Doesn't smell like cake.
Like heaven. Oh, it smells. Yeah, it smells like banana cake from Entenmann's.
There we go.
My
That's a nice sound.
favorite. Yeah, look at that.
Now you probably have to go to the bathroom.
All the audience is gonna leave.
The audience is like, oh man, now they gotta go.
Yeah. All right.
So we are now
So-
set with beer and
Yes, we are ready.
with mugs and everything. So here's to the fans. Fans fuel the fleet. Thank you for joining us, and you are what keeps us going. And hopefully the science fiction shows is what keeps you going. So here's to you, fans fuel the fleet. Welcome to the broadcast,
And fuel the fleet.
and welcome aboard the Starship.
Yeah,
I
it
got
tastes
mostly
just like
foam on that
space
one.
cake. Actually, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, smells nice too.
A little foamy. Stuck
not
in my
bad.
mustache. And it's
A
not
little
gray,
bit,
it's
but-
chrome.
Yeah.
I tell the wife, it's like, look, I'm not graying, it's chroming. I'm doing the last final switch over. So,
Yes, exactly. Second or third brain?
it'll be third, definitely.
Third, yes. Okay. All right, just checking. Mediocre modeler, thanks
Oh,
for joining
starting
us.
to lose your audio there, buddy.
Lola. Lola's with us.
Yeah. Your audio went on me. Oh, what you did something
it didn't.
different?
No, that was you.
No,
That
you're
was
buzzy.
you. You must have turned what?
You're a
must
little
have turned
buzzy.
off. You must have turned something off, man.
Nope, I didn't touch anything. You just started being buzzy. You must have hit something.
You must have done something.
Nope,
What
and
was
you're
it?
coming back now.
I am back. I've never
Nope.
left. I've always been here.
All right, let me pull you down because you got really loud. Let's try now.
I got really loud. No, I don't know.
You're still
yeah.
buzzy. Hey, John,
Oh, come on.
nod your head if he's buzzy on your end.
Yeah. Sound check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Yeah, he's buzzing.
I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
Never mind the buzzing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's really annoying. But that was
It's
normal
annoying.
because you colonials are all annoying.
Razor Remote is with us. Mediocre Modeler is with us.
Oh,
Lobo's
yeah,
with
you're
us.
horrible. Pete, you're going to have to unplug and plug your microphone in or something.
All right, so then I will. You take care of some business.
I'll
Actually,
take care of
you
some
know what?
business while we're going there, so we'll talk. Let me
Let's
pull over to
get
me.
those
So
sounds like a
Pete's gonna,
Cylon, Sean.
yeah, Pete's gonna dump in and out. So make sure he's good. So we'll figure him out. So this is the fun of live, by the way. We do have some people in the green room that are just shaking their heads, going, "I'm never gonna go live ever. This is not gonna work for us." Actually, this is the fun part. We get you to climb aboard our starship. We head for the skies. I got that song stuck in my head today for some reason. A Gathering of Angels. Yeah, you all know which one I'm talking about, hopefully. Either that or you just think I'm a little crazy. I'm a little crazy, but that's okay. So, anyways, the description of the beer is foamy and tasty. And we had to find something that was science fiction related. Pete, you back?
I'm back.
And you still sound like crap. And you're frozen. Okay, Pete. There you
Am I
go.
back now?
You're back now, but you're still funky.
Really? That's
Yeah.
strange.
Did you,
What is that about?
I don't know, did you punch into something, pop into something? You drank that beer, because right after you drank the beer is when it hit.
I drank the beer. That's what it's about. It's killing the nanites. The beer is killing the nanites.
Yeah.
And?
And we're still a little fuzzy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's strange.
How's
I
that?
have no control over that.
Yeah, that's better. I don't know what you did now.
better?
But that's
I
better.
did nothing.
Okay,
And?
well, that's livable. We'll live with it tonight.
All right, let's live with it, will you? Come on. You know
Yeah.
you can make it work.
Yeah, I think try to drop your. You've got the USB mic, right? Drop the gain on that a little bit.
Okay, I could do that. Let's see.
Oh, there you go. I don't know what you did there, but you sounded a whole lot better.
Okay, how's that?
Oh, now you're back worse
No?
again.
All right, I'm gonna just drop
Yep.
a little bit. How's that? Yep.
I know when you touch
and?
it, something works better. That's what I tell
How
my
now?
wife.
How about now? Oh, easy. Okay. How'd it go?
Yeah,
Is it
you're
better
still
now?
a little fuzzy. You're like blown out for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, let me drop you way down. How about chalk now? No, that's worse.
And same?
Yeah, a little
Nothing
bit.
ever done.
We'll live with it. We'll have to fix it.
Let's roll. Just roll.
Yeah, we'll roll with it.
Just go
So this
with
is the fun part of everything. So we get going.
Yeah, we got a
Beer
bunch
burp
of
already. Wow, check that out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sean's with us, Jim is with us, and Dave is with us. So welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we have a bunch, literally a bunch of stuff going on. So,
Yeah. Hey, Pete,
Chris,
just do me one more favor, and then we'll leave it alone. Move your microphone
Yeah,
as
go ahead.
close as possible to your mouth.
okay, I will do that, but only
Okay.
as a favor. I'm going to do it as a favor to you. How's that?
That's
What do
better.
you think of that? Is that better?
That's better. Yeah,
Better? Okay.
it's
you
much
happy?
much more livable. So we'll go from there.
All right, so how about now? Is it better now?
Worse.
Worse? It's worse.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? All right, how about now? Same?
Yeah.
It's
Same.
the same.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
All right, doesn't matter.
Moving along.
Okay. All right.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Troubleshooting Show. We didn't want to listen to that colonial guy anyway, so I'm sure everybody else.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right. So, Chris, listen. What's the deal with the drinking, man? Why did you make me get this beer?
Well, it's because
Why am I drinking beer?
what goes better with Battlestar than beer? Beer and Battlestar. Beer, Battlestar. Starts with
Well,
B. They both work well.
no. There's one other ingredient. One other B that's missing from that. Come on.
news.
You can do it.
The news. Booze.
No, that's
Right?
Babes.
Babes.
It's babes, you
Babes.
Come on, what's the matter with
We
you?
could use some babes. That would be great.
Yeah, we could. Why don't you see if you can press some of those lighted buttons that you got and see what you come up with?
Well, let's see what we got here. So we're gonna go ahead and hit a button or two over here. Let's see what happens.
See what happens. Make it work.
Let's see.
Yeah, but make sure you press the right ones.
Oh wait, what's this one do? And ta-da, we have babes.
Voila! Welcome, Heather and Amanda, to the show. Babes, Beards, and Battlestar Galactica.
Yep, that's their show. Okay, nice talking to you. Moving on.
Hello.
Yes.
So,
So,
go ahead,
well,
Pete.
we dragged you out of your comfort zone. I think you guys usually, Heather and Amanda, you guys got a podcast. So I think that you've been watching the reimagined Battlestar Galactica from the beginning, and you're still going through it, and you guys never watched the show before until I guess like a year ago or 2 years ago, something like that, when you started. So clue us in, because you guys are all, you know, that this is your thing. Go for it.
Who wants to start? Uh-oh. I think I haven't unmuted somebody. That's my fault. There we go.
Yeah.
Now Amanda's unmuted, so she can talk now.
Now I'm unmuted. Hi.
That's,
Yeah, so we started watching, I think last August would be appropriate, maybe about 10 months ago. We're getting close to the end of the second season. I think we're episode 17. But being, 18 years, 17 years too late, it's difficult. We can't Google anything. We want to be completely blind. So it's all our experience for the very first time, like from scratch.
Nice.
so, Pete, I don't know, you leaned back and things cleared up. I don't know what you did different, but now it's stopped back. It's back to where it's at again, so.
All right, so I'm just going to lean back. Dorian Keys is with us.
Hey, Dorian, we got something special from him tonight. So, yeah, here is their website, everybody. So, everybody can see what we're talking about. This is Babes, Beers, and Battlestar Galactica, and here are some of the episodes they've done, and they're great episodes. We love this. So, what made you start doing this? I mean, you're two babes who are moms, and you stay at home with the kids and work also, and you have husbands, and you just decided to get together and start a podcast. I mean, how do you do that? Is it just like, you know what we ought to do? We ought to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Basically. And I think, we always kind of laugh about our origin story because it was very much fueled by alcohol.
It was one of those drunk rampages. I get it.
Well, we used to have this joke, right? Like it was a running joke that it was like, that should be our podcast. Like, so anytime we say something, like that should be our podcast. So one night we're sitting in Heather's on her front porch in her garden, and we've had some rosé.
Some or a bottle.
Maybe a bottle, maybe two.
And, no judgments. No judgments. Nobody's judging.
Nobody's judging. No, and I had just watched that episode of The Office where Jim impersonates Dwight, and we both have watched through The Office 400,000 times, and I was like, we should start a podcast, but we should call it Babes, Beers, Battlestar Galactica, and we'll drink beer or booze, and we'll watch through the whole series for the very first time. And Heather's like, yeah, should do that. Let's do that. And then like a week later, we did it.
We did it. We just, we sat down and, we popped some popcorn and we opened some wine and we turn on the TV and we go on to the Apple TV. And I still remember this part because we start searching on Apple TV for Battlestar Galactica only to find that there's multiple versions. We had no idea that there was the miniseries. We had no idea there was the original and the reimagined. So yeah, we went into this not knowing anything about it, and so we started with the miniseries and just went from there.
And luckily Heather's husband is a fan, so he was in the other room and we're sitting there and we're going, John, get in here. Tell us what we're watching.
Yeah, that was my next question is how do your husbands think? What do your husbands think about this?
Neither has listened. Not even. No.
Do you find that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think that doesn't matter at all.
That covers
have another drink. Let's just have another drink.
We'll all just drink, except for Heather, who's still in her office.
How dare you, Heather? You're working from your office.
Man. Yeah, not good. Nah. Next time we got to make sure that we can all drink.
I'm sure. We'll definitely have a time where we all drink on here. We can have a good time.
Not on the yacht. Chris was going to say something about a yacht, but not on the yacht.
We saw the broadcast for the yachting. It was your latest one was June 9th, I believe. And the yachting one was like, oh, this is cool. This was a good one.
Yeah.
And I love the yacht. Yeah, I love the. So this is great because nobody type in any spoilers because once again they have not finished the new Battlestar Galactica, so no spoilers. We've promised not to give any spoilers, so we're not going to say anything about.
No spoilers.
They all die. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's it. I was going to say, you asshole.
They don't. Just half of them. All the important people do. Anyways, so but I mean, it's great that you get to watch. Yeah, you get to watch it for the first time, and we get to see somebody react for the first time, and that's great because I mean, when I sat and watched it for the first time, I was like, oh, this is great. I never took notes, and I never created a podcast or talked about, wrote down some of the things that you come across with on your podcast is like, you know what? That's totally right. I mean, I remember that piece, and yeah, that guy was an asshole. And that guy was and yeah, and then so and so is pretty damn good looking. He's pretty and all that cool stuff. So and that's a great view from a female point of view, and somebody's new watching it for the first time is great. I'm hoping, as you go through this, you have any ideas of what you can do when you finish.
Well, I think if, as we've even gone through this, we've come up with other podcast ideas. Like
nice.
We love The Office. We love Schitt's Creek. We love, and even just doing more deep dives into filming locations, because the other thing when we started watching this, we had no idea that this was actually filmed down the street from where we live.
Oh, cool.
So
wow.
Yeah, so we've learned a lot about
where we hike.
Yeah.
We
like,
hike
I know that rock
daily. We're watching it, we're like, that looks really familiar. Which is why we started, digging into, the filming locations. So, there's so much with Battlestar Galactica, and we've even talked about going back and rewatching the miniseries now that we're, a season and a half in, because I feel like there's a lot that we would even get from watching that a second time.
Yeah.
Well, I got a challenge for you.
Ooh.
Ready? So what if you go watch the original? So you already watched the reimagined. Why don't you watch the original? I would love to see your opinion on the original. Of course, you're probably going to watch it and go, "Oh my gosh, it's the after school special."
So I guess I would say a few things. First of all, if I were to watch the original, would I have any spoilers?
I don't know. Have you ever watched the original?
No.
Then you don't have any spoilers. Because it
Well, I
is
mean, like,
totally different.
It doesn't. Okay, because I wasn't sure if it was like they just kind of redo it or whatever.
Nope.
But it would be interesting to watch the original and see like how it contrasts.
Yeah, it would be.
the
I would love to
reimagined.
see your opinion on that one. And plus, the original is 70s, so
Yeah.
it's going to be. I don't know if you remember watching watching Star Wars for the first time in the 70s. You're like, and now you go back and watch it again. You're like, oh my gosh, this thing is so after school special. So it's like,
Well, it's tame. It'll be completely tame.
yeah. So it's definitely a buddy movie. It's just less politics involved.
Sure.
And there's 24 episodes, and it's only that's what their season was in 1970s. So I'd love to see you do that one.
Wow.
How many seasons in the 70s were there? Just the one.
Just the one.
Just
Oh.
one.
It was that good. It's all it needed was one.
There's one.
Maybe
Yeah.
that is something we visit.
All we needed was one at that point in time.
Maybe that's our Patreon content.
There you go. Now,
nice.
speaking of Patreon, I forgot to mention that. Let's pull that up.
Yeah, let's put it up. Come on, Chris.
I'm a little slow on the trigger here.
Yeah,
Hey, Pete.
man.
Unplug your microphone and plug it back in.
Okay.
Try that.
Okay.
So you wanna know what's funny? So Heather and I, it can take us. So you're watching, you're saying, "Oh, this is the joys of going live."
Yes.
It can take us 6 minutes to set up, and Heather has a song to remind herself how to set up. Or it can take us
shin bones
an
connected
hour,
to the. Oh.
and there's no telling what it's going to be.
Yeah. There you go.
It's the same every time.
You said you were taking us out of our comfort zone by going live, but really having those technical difficulties, like I just felt so much more comfortable and so
Oh,
much.
I'm
at
there
ease.
every day.
It's just
Yeah.
about going live is it's just something that happens. You just can't go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everybody. We're so screwed up over here. I can't handle this. I don't know what we're gonna do." Right? You just truck on. That's all you can do. It's like, hey, poop happens usually in large piles. So
We need to tell you a little bit about these tiers here of the various tiers.
all right,
Heather
wait, hang on.
read them-
Before you start, I have a thing with Pete. This is Bebe, right?
Bebe.
Bebe.
Battlestar
That's what I thought.
Bebe.
Ha, Pete. It's not baby.
It's Bebe. A La Moira
So if
Rose.
you've ever
watched Schitt's
Schitt's
Creek.
Creek.
Yes.
Oh no, Pete, you're gone.
We
Not
lose your
even
audio
bugs.
altogether now, huh? Keep playing, Pete. You'll figure it out. If not, I'll carry the show just like I always do. Anyways,
Welcome to the show, Pete. Is it your first day? No, I'm kidding.
poor Pete. As colonials, just can't get anything right. It's a Cylon thing he has to do.
He can't even respond.
No, I love it. I got him muted out, so now he can't say anything. Now he'll figure it out in a couple minutes. By the end of the show. So go ahead. You were going to talk about the tiers. So Battlestar.
Well,
Bebe.
so we made these, and we don't remember exactly if we were just together having a night or if we had recorded and we decided to make these tiers. So we go and we launch this, and Heather had like put it all together, and she goes, "The tiers," and I go, "Oh my God, I don't remember what the tiers are." And she goes, "Oh, you made the tiers and you made the description." So she cold read them to me. And I don't know if I have ever laughed so hard when I know I made them. I just had no recollection of any of it. And she read them to me so well.
And I'm looking at this as you know what? I really want to be a Battlestar boss ass bitch.
You should. You should. We have a Battlestar boss ass bitch, Trevor, and he's awesome.
Sure do. Yeah.
Sure do.
'Cause I don't think I qualify for the bebe. And
You're
beauty,
not the bebe?
yeah, definitely not the beauty
Pure
piece.
Beauty.
Not beauty piece. Maybe Chrome. Chrome's beautiful, but and that's not it.
You know, my dad always said he was Arctic blonde.
Ah, there you go. I like that one. Frost.
Arctic blonde.
Frost.
But yeah.
So do any of your coworkers watch or listen to this or anything? So what do they think? Meanwhile, we're up in the corner
Well,
watching
enough.
Pete's elbow. So
So funny
Well, we
enough,
found out
Amanda
today
actually...
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I think you guys should fight it out. Hang on, let me record.
Sure.
We're a little-
We found
I
out
was
today
a little
that
mortified to find out.
my big boss
Yeah.
listened. I don't know if he listens, but he has listened. Today I was like, yeah, I gotta duck out for being interviewed. I'm like, for Heather and My's podcast. And he goes, okay, I gotta tell you something. Because he drives to and from his cabin, which is about 4.5 hours away. So
Holy
he's like, I'm always
crap.
listening to podcasts. Well, it's Canada. Everything's far away.
I'll have to remember that. No, go to Canada.
Nothing's close.
Nothing's close.
So he's like,
We're-
well, I'm always looking for podcasts. And somebody had said this name, and it was probably just somebody in the dealership who knew about the podcast. So he's driving, and 20 minutes in, he's like, is that Heather talking? Because we all work for the same company. He's like, that's Heather. This is Heather. And then I cackle, and he's like, oh my God, it's Amanda. And I was just like, holy shit, what did you hear? Like, I'm sorry for anything I said. But I do have a couple coworkers that listen. I know, Heather, you have some coworkers that listen as well.
I do. I have a little fan club here, and going back around Christmas time, we had a client who
Pour another one, Amanda.
It's all been
Go ahead, Heather. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I was just going to tell a very heartwarming story about my little fan club here at my work, because they have been so supportive, and even so far as to telling, people who have been involved with Battlestar Galactica spin-off movies. We had an actor who's a client of ours, and I was so wanting to talk to this person but didn't want to approach them because I'm in the workplace and trying to keep it separate. But my coworkers went over and above and decided to tell him that we had this podcast, and he was so gracious and came and took some pictures with me and has even offered to talk about Battlestar Galactica. He was actually in Blood and Chrome. So again, we learned that there was movies and spin-offs, and so we've kept in touch, and we're going to see perhaps we're going to keep that kind of in our back pocket right now, but we'll maybe share some more details as we firm something up with him.
That's cool. Hey, Pete, you figured
cried.
it out yet? Nope, not working, Pete. Not working, Pete. You're gonna have to probably come out and come back in with that different microphone. So, bye. Go away.
Poor Pete.
Nobody wants to listen to the colonial side of the freaking coin anyways. It's all Cylon. Cylons rule, colonials drool. That's all there is to it. So so there you go. What do you think of the new Cylons? Hang on, let me get ready to delete you. Go ahead. What do you think of the Cylons?
Well, I mean, we only know the one Cylons. Like we only know the Cylons from this series, the reimagined Cylons.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. What do you think of the Cylons? They're great, right?
Well, I think you have to go back, because if you listen to our very first episode from the miniseries, the first thing out of Amanda's mouth as we start talking about it, she's like, "Am I saying Cylons right?" Like that's how little we knew.
Yeah, we had to ask John if we were saying Cylons right. We read the introduction out loud. We recorded ourselves doing it. And then some old F-150 outside just started blaring its horn, and it went on for 25 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
We got it on audio.
Wow.
It took us a solid hour to start watching the first episode.
Oh my gosh.
It was eventful though.
But yeah, like the Cylons, I mean, the Cylons are so interesting, you know, and realizing that what we thought was a Cylon, you know, there was just toasters, but then that really there's so much more, and
Right.
they're indistinguishable, and or at least to us they are. It's been really fascinating just to learn how complex they are.
And we had a lot of thoughts on, you know, the Cylons that become or I guess I shouldn't say, I don't know exactly what they're called, but like the Cylons that are actually like battle, or that are ships.
Yes. Yeah,
You
the
know,
Raiders.
the ones that come into the Raptors and fight them.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Raiders. Cylon Raider. Yes, that's it. That's how we are. We had a lot of thoughts on those, and we had like a bit of a, I don't know. I had an episode that I got very disappointed because they kept Scar. They kept calling
Scar was a great
the
episode.
Cylon he. Why is Scar a he? It's a fucking robot. Sorry, it's
Could
a
be.
robot.
You're fine. All right,
Yeah,
boys
I'm
and
so
gentlemen. I don't have time for the all the time. So, Amanda, you're going to have to just kind of give me a hands up when you're going to do that. I can do that.
I'll just stop. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Drink that wine.
This was not checked for kid friendly, so we're pretty good. And Pete's either frozen or really deep in thought up there. Yeah, he's frozen. Okay, so
That's frozen.
poor Pete. I'm glad he's not here. We can talk all about silly things. You know, I carry the show half the time anyway, so that's the important thing. So, anyhow, I'm actually in the background half the time. Pete's my main interview guy and everything to that effect. So he's really good.
Oh, he's moving.
So I kind of have to do all the camera switching in the background. So sometimes I get busy. And he's back. And no,
He's
we don't
back.
have your audio yet, Pete.
But no sound.
Okay. A finger one. That's at least he's giving you that finger and not another one. No, Pete, we got nothing. Try your cell phone, Pete. We'll go that route.
There you go.
We are Semper Gumby, always flexible. So anyways, your tiers, I see bonus episodes, shout outs, exclusive content. What's exclusive content? What do you? So hang on. I know there's little ears in the audience, and I'm probably going to offend someone when I say this stuff, but I heard the last episode talks about rub and tug. So anyways, I got embarrassment going there. Good. So
No.
if you want to hear
you'll have
anything
to
about the
pay
rub
for
and
that.
tug, you have to have the bonus
Look,
content, evidently.
You always have to pay for a rub and tug. It's not free.
So we'll have to do the bonus
Yeah.
content piece. If you want to hear about that, you need to hit the bonus content. So
You
there,
gotta hit the bonus content
Gotta
for
hit
as
the bonus
little as
content.
$1 Canadian a month.
well,
which
that's
is-
25 cents American. So you're good.
Exactly. Basically, throw a nickel at it. It's basically free. We have
Basically, we have to pay you. So
we have that. We have Heather's Ditty that I haven't.
Oh,
put up
what's
there yet.
that?
I gotta get all that. Well, Heather.
there's Pete.
Why don't
I'm
you tell
back.
us about your Ditty?
Hey,
Heather?
now we can hear Pete.
Oh, hi, Pete.
Hey.
Yay!
Hey.
So there's always a solution here at Interfleet Broadcasting. We will get you in here
Absolutely.
somehow.
Absolutely.
So you need to get closer to your microphone there, Pete, or I need to turn your audio up, one of the two.
Yep. Stand by. I'm working on it.
Okay,
It's
you're working on it.
happening, Whether.
So
whether
I'm sorry, we were talking about bonus episodes, fan requests. Have you had any fan requests?
I've
You
had
know what? We've had a couple.
All right.
I have one that I'm going to be recording tomorrow. A fan request actually wanted my thought or our thoughts on Continuum. So I watched the first
Oh.
episode, and I'm going to put that on there. Heather and I are going to record that tomorrow. I don't know if Heather's going to have time to watch it, but I'm going to tell her about it. So
That's a good one. Definitely a good
You're
one.
gonna tell her she likes it. Yes, you like it. Okay, I like
she'd
it.
love it actually. So
It's a good one.
All right, Pete.
It
Hang
is.
on,
It
let me
was
pull your
really
audio
good.
up a
You
little
guys
bit.
will like it. Is that better?
Hang on, I'll pull your gain up. Talk,
Go ahead, pull it up.
talk.
And yeah,
There we go.
good
Talk.
enough. I hope so.
there it is.
There we go.
Continuum is worth it.
Yes.
But you gotta stick. You gotta stick with the whole thing. It's long,
You know-
but it's great.
But you know who
I've
the
actually
star
watched
of
2
Continuum
episodes.
is? The female lead for Continuum. You know where you see her in another place.
I Googled her at one point, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Christopher Pike. It's the Orion girl. She's the green Orion girl on the original on the new Imagined Battlestar Galactica. The redheaded Orion girl in Battlestar Galactica. She's the
Have we
roommate
gotten
with
there?
I don't
Yeah,
think we've
she's the
gotten
roommate.
there yet.
No spoilers. You promised.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Battlestar Galactica. I meant to say Star Wars or Star Trek. My fault. My
Okay.
fault. Star Trek.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, I really
Yeah,
crossed.
well-
I crossed the lines there. I mean, we could
Went all
have an
over the place,
explosion
man.
somewhere.
Stop
I'll have
thinking.
I'm gonna have a.
Stop
I'm gonna have a.
thinking.
I'll have a Star Wars fan bus pull up in front of my house and take me away.
You're a mess.
And I'm
You are
not
a
drinking
mess.
that much. Oh, hang on.
Chris, you're a mess. Drink more. You'll feel
There we
better
go.
afterwards. Just keep drinking.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. You're way better off. All right.
All right, Pete. Now that you're back, do you have any questions that I haven't asked so far?
Do I have questions? I always have questions. What the heck kind of comment is that? Well, actually, I want to bring up a couple of. Let's see. We got a couple of people that are on, and let's see. Heather should cosplay Pegasus Captain on BSG. How about that?
We've talked about that.
Oh yeah, that's a really good call.
So she got
Don't-
her
Yeah.
face cut.
Yeah.
Her hair cut like that literally the day before we watched it.
See? All right.
Oh, Heather, you're gone.
No. Come on.
She
Come on.
lost.
Chris, what are you doing, man?
I didn't do anything.
You stop
already
pressing
done.
buttons, will you please?
I didn't trust anything.
Are you sure?
Positive. Heather, go ahead and say
Oh.
something. Yeah, we lost her.
Oh, man.
It's one of those
the whole thing's
nights.
It is. And you know why? Because I started talking about UFOs. I should have not spoken about UFOs.
There you go.
That's-
No,
the
you
problem.
have to
That
wear a
didn't-
tin hat when you
Yes.
talk about UFOs. Otherwise,
correct.
it's just not going to work.
Ruins it. Ruins the whole thing. That's what it's about. Oh, boy. So what, you guys really think that it's going to be possible to go all the way without getting any spoilers? I mean, you haven't heard anything. Nobody's ever told you
No,
anything. You haven't picked up
We've had one or two as it's gone on. I accidentally came across knowing that Lucy Lawless was a Cylon. Literally 1 minute. Well, I would say the day I was gonna watch that episode where Lucy Lawless came on.
Oh,
And it was from like a random listicle, and
wow.
that had nothing to do with Battlestar Galactica, and it just, yeah, like you never know. Sometimes you get them. Like we do get them every once in a while. We'll get the odd one, but the big thing is that we don't Google anything. Everything
Okay.
we Google is like either location based or character based, and we try and keep it at that. And then we have some really wonderful fans. We have a few fans that if we have questions, we can ask them and they will give us answers that are spoiler free. We also
Okay.
have Heather's husband who, well, we don't ask him anything because he doesn't listen. So who cares?
Heather's back, by the way. You can hear her now.
I am back.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, that's nothing like that. No, and good thing your husbands don't watch this thing. And we move on.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
my God.
So
Well, we have some.
go ahead, Pete.
Chris,
you got some
did you-
questions from
did
the
you
field?
pull- Well, yeah, I got some comments.
Okay.
Jim,
Just as long as they're not cheap.
Um,
Don't throw anything out. Nope. Don't let them know.
it says, okay, so Jim says, as a Battlestar Galactica fan for over 40 years, I find their origin story absolutely amazing. How about that?
Wow.
Not bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. And then Ramon, Razor Ramon says, Battlestar Galactica 1980 is a big treat. Oh boy.
Don't. If that would be fun though. That would be really fun. So Galactica 1980 is the everybody in the 1978 world, everybody in the world pretty much hates Galactica 1980. It's like the season that didn't exist. It is really.
There was one season. So
there is. That's why we said there's only one season. Battlestar Galactica 1980. We really don't claim that one at all.
That was that's like
we don't claim that one. That's like
one of those. That was like an
after. It literally is an after school special. Every week it's an after school special. It's
so it was Ramon that said that it's a treat, so we should do it.
Razor Ramon says
you would need lots of alcohol and lots of bleep buttons, or if it's going to be a lot of cussing. Like, what?
We bleep nothing.
Thinking.
Yeah, we hear nothing. Get your bleep button ready, because literally the first sentence of our I won't say it, but the first sentence of our podcast is basically "What the f?"
Yeah.
And this is so effing hard.
Well, by the way,
and you also give them a warning though. It says we are moms, but we have.
Yes, we do.
You have. Potty mouths. I love it.
We have potty mouths, and we both work in male-dominated industries in traditionally male roles. And there's a lot of shop talk, and it is what it is.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Trevor.
Sorry.
Trevor Schaefer Figueroa. Hi, Heather and Amanda. It's me, your spoiler-free friend. So he's on.
Friend.
Yep. That was a couple minutes ago. So
boss-ass bitch.
We can say bitch. That's a dog. Yeah, we can okay with
that. It's a dog. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop talking now.
Yeah.
No, you're completely fine. Pete's a little sensitive. That's all. Colonials.
Yes, that's right. It's for me. You're gonna ruin my ears. I'll never be the same. Yeah. Sean says I was so confused across the streams. Sean, you got to keep up, buddy. It's the 21st century. Sorry, man.
They both start with stars, so I'm good. Star Trek, Star Wars, Star Blazers.
Yeah. Oh boy! Oh, there you go. Bringing some anime into it.
Yeah.
You got to keep up, Sean, because I lost touch, man. I gave up. At least one of us is trying to keep up with this. All right. So,
what are you gonna say, Amanda?
It doesn't matter. I was gonna say there's another great episode of The Office where Jim's bugging Dwight, and he talks about how Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, and then something else, and he intertwines them all, and it's just
probably
wonderful.
Doctor Who.
Could be Doctor Who. That'd be a good one. Yeah, absolutely. John wants to know what season are you guys on?
Season 2, episode 17.
Ooh,
is
okay.
Being recorded tomorrow morning.
Oh, so your next podcast drops when?
Tuesday.
Yep. So everybody, don't forget to check out Tuesday to see the awesome podcast. I love these things, and like I said, you mentioned us in the things like, he only listens to us for our accent. That's not true, totally true, but it's part of it. It's part of it. I love the accent. The accent keeps me coming back. I got it. The accent's like, driving down the road, listen to it, like, what'd she say?
Come on, man.
Get out of here.
Boy.
Is that another language? I think it's Canadian, so Cantonadian. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yes, and the more we drink, the more the accent
he makes fun.
Heather's totally right. You probably, the more you drink, the more the accent kicks in.
100%.
He makes fun of me all the time. That's why I'm New York.
Oh yeah, I think York Pete parked the car. He's got the. I don't know if they make what planet would New York be on if it was a colony? I wonder. Pycon maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, could be. Oh, so you guys never watched Caprica?
Ooh, that's another one.
Caprica.
Yes.
No, we haven't.
We've got all sorts of stuff for you to watch now. I mean, you could definitely do podcast on Caprica because it's It's like the movies, but it's a prequel.
Okay.
Yes.
And
So-
Blood and Chrome
Really good.
is a prequel, right?
Blood and Chrome's a prequel, but Caprica would be a prequel to that.
To that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's how the Cylons were made.
So would you suggest that we watch Blood and Chrome first or Caprica first?
Caprica, because
Caprica first?
it's how the Cylons were made first, and then Blood and Chrome. Although you've really gone, if you look at where you're at now, you're all the way at the other end, but so you jump all the way back to the beginning. Caprica is definitely the beginning, and it was really underrated. It should have been on more, but it's not space combatish as much. You don't get you get more of a backstory for the Adamas, where they came from. You get more of a backstory on the Cylons and where they were invented, and then it has a shocking connection to our world currently, our virtual reality.
All right,
stuff.
stop.
So I'll stop at that.
Stop.
So that would be. I think I would go to that one or Galactica 1978 first, because Galactica 1978. Well, Galactica 1978 is totally new, so you might want to just go to Caprica first, and then go from there. That would be our suggestion. Once again, we're not telling you what to do. I'm sorry.
No. It's just.
You know what you ought to do is, I would definitely put it on the list and give it a read the narration. If you haven't watched that one, it's 2.5 seasons or season and a half. Wasn't a huge amount, but it has
really good, though.
It has a mini series to begin with, and then it starts up. So I think you'll like it a lot. The actors are amazing in that show too.
Do you know, is it filmed in Vancouver?
More than likely, just about everything is filmed in Vancouver when it comes down to sci-fi. Come on.
This is very true.
All of it. All of it.
I mean, I'd like to go visit that it's crap. It's in Canada. I'd like to go visit. Oh, crap. That one's in Canada, too.
It's all here.
Hey, the calling for extras in Canada.
You need to grow up, man. It's just Canada, man. What's the matter with you? It's
the calling for extras.
Interesting. When I was in high school, that was how, the sports teams at my school, how we funded everything was we would be big group extras, or we would do
that's cool,
like specialty hires. So I was a cheerleader, so like the cheerleaders in Smallville that were in the background, that weren't the actors, were often my cheer team. Yeah, and like I would go in there and they'd do me all up, and it was and it would all go into like a fund, and you wouldn't have to pay for trips and for uniforms and for whatever. Like it was just because it was
so cool.
Local.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of stuff.
Oh boy, that's awesome.
And you'd bring a friend. If you had to sit in like a stadium, for example, you could bring as many friends as you want, and those friends pay, essentially, would go into your account for like your fundraising.
Oh wow!
So if you had a friend that was very generous with their time or bored, they could come with you.
Hey Chris, make fun of that, man. We never get a chance to do that.
No, we don't. Well, you up in New York you got a couple opportunities. I'm in DC. We don't get the only opportunities we get is to go watch some protests. But
that could be interesting.
Yeah, that definitely is interesting. It's exciting, even.
Like that. Yeah, not even close. You guys got it good. We definitely want to keep up with your podcast, and you guys we saw a little bit of a video that you guys put up, and it looked like a lot of fun, and we want to keep up with all your stuff. So please don't be strangers. We want to have you back, and we want to do like a full show, like a full interview that we like this, but just more as a catch up to see where you are, like a few months down the line.
Maybe
you'll have
at the end of a season.
Yes,
that'd be fun.
That's it.
Yeah, let's do an end of season. So when you finish one of the seasons, we have you come on and you give us the entire lowdown of what you thought of the entire season.
Maybe you guys come on the podcast.
Oh, that'd be fun too.
Thoughts on an episode.
So you're funny you say that, because Pete wanted to do a podcast instead of what we're doing now, and I talked him out of it. He's probably regretting that now, by the way.
Yes, of course, Chris, because we were going to do just like you guys, a podcast, but since I had done radio before, it was, you'd do it, you'd record it, you'd fix it up, add what you want to add, and then just crank them out and put them out. And then Chris, of course, convinced me to do this, and hence we have our great show, and you guys are here, and we're having a lot of fun with it. And I don't know, it's a way to build bridges with and network with a lot of the fan groups and people that are doing things like you guys are, and of course we have a thread. We have a Battlestar Galactica thread, right? If it wasn't for the original Battlestar Galactica, Chris and I wouldn't be doing the show, and you guys are doing a show that's Battlestar Galactica related. So if the show, whether the old one or the new one, wasn't around, I don't know that we would be doing this. So that's the common thread, and we're having, we're doing things, we're having fun.
Right, and I want to say, you don't realize it. You're having fun doing your podcast, and that's the important piece. But you're also helping put the information out for more fans. So there are, we always say fans fuel the fleet. That's kind of our hashtag. You are fueling the fans so they can fuel the fleet. If it wasn't for people like yourselves, we wouldn't have a Battlestar Galactica fandom that we have now. So, thank you for doing what you do, and keep doing what you're doing. And I'm having a ball listening. I can tell you that much. And we look forward to hearing more of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep doing it.
So
and
kind of you.
Yeah,
it's really kind.
I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So, and like I said, we want you back. Definitely want you back.
We'll be back.
The pleasure is ours. The pleasure is ours. Please.
I'll be back.
And there we go. I'll be back. You be Beethoven. I'll be back.
Well,
that's a dad
Heather,
joke.
Amanda, thanks a lot for taking the time out and putting up with all our issues and technical difficulties. It happens to the best of us. So looking forward to having you back, return to the show and keep in touch with us. And we will, look forward to it.
Yep. And here's to you. I know Heather doesn't have any alcohol there, so Heather, you can just pretend.
Got a bottle.
Here's to you.
Cheers.
Fans fuel the fleet, and Battlestar babes are awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Take care.
You got it, guys. Take care.
Bye.
All right. So, Chris, we have news to bring on. We got John waiting in the wings. So maybe you can press some buttons and do an intro for
well, let's
John.
do a button press thing, and let's get that started here. And
Hello,
there
everybody.
he is, John 1.
Hello, everyone. You hear me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Unlike
You
Pete.
guys hear me?
Yep, unlike Pete.
All right. You guys hear me?
Let's go.
Okay, good. All right. This May was the 30th anniversary of the release of Heir to the Empire. It's hard to believe, 30 years ago, and Admiral Thrawn still hasn't got his due. So here are some books to look out for this month. Well, actually, we'll see Admiral Thrawn in the new Ahsoka series coming up on Disney Plus, I think. And maybe, if rumors are true, Bo-Katan with Katie Sackhoff might be coming out of the series too as well. I hope so.
Yeah.
All right. Here are some books to look out for this month. June 15th, book 1 of the Darth Bane series comes out. And June 29th, the High Republic's second book, The Rising Storm, is due out. Also, The Hidden Palace. It's about a golem and a genie immigrating to 1900 in America. I'm liking the historical fantasy books more and more. And a lot. It's pretty interesting genre. I enjoy it. And Star Eater. A woman chooses her fate by picking what sacrifices she has to make. It's 2 good sci-fi books. Take a look at this month. Todd McFarlane is working on a live-action series for his characters Sam and Twitch from the comic books. Now, this is his second attempt. He tried working with Kevin Smith on it before, but it didn't work. But I think this series has to be dark, just like the comic. These are the 2 detectives from the Spawn series. Speaking of comics, this month's pick, Rorschach #9. I'm loving the slow burn of this series. It's very good. And the next one, Star Wars Bounty Hunters #9 too. Chewbacca gets in with it. It's a good series. Apple TV released its new trailer for Invasion, starring Sam Neill. features the stories across numerous continents from many people's different points of view during an alien invasion. The trailer looks very good. Check it out. TV fans, the CBS series Evil. Guess what? Season 2 just got picked up by Paramount Plus. See it on June 20th. Also, check out Mark Wahlberg in Infinite. Guy, he forgets what he says, and people try to help him. It's one of those stories. But I wasn't too thrilled about it. But check it out on Paramount Plus now. Doctor Who fans, Line of Duty's Kelly MacDonald is tipped to become the 14th Doctor. Okay, I guess I can...
Don't hold back,
probably
John.
see that. Yeah, I guess I can probably stomach that. I can't really walk out of my own TV room, but I've done that in some series. But Warner Brothers is developing a new anime Lord of the Rings movie called The War of the Rohirrim. It's about a series, about a story, a character, a Warhammer for the Lord of the Rings series. Looks pretty good. Stay tuned for that. Based on a popular video game with the same name, Werewolves Within tells the story of a group of townies stuck in an inn trying to figure out who the werewolf is. See it June 25th. Rick and Morty Season 5 starts 11 p.m. June 20th. Cartoon Network. Nothing can pass the Fruipy episode, but we'll see. This July 30th to August 1st, all your evil characters come together. You can root for all you guys. Sauron, Darth Vader, Jedis, Colonial Warriors at the Alloy King of Prussia, Pennsylvania Marriott. Stay tuned and check it out. Well, as you know, fans feel the fleet. And if you guys have any stories, want to take a look at anything, any trailers you want to drop off, please send it to my email at lonecenturion1@gmail.com. And I hope to see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, John. Awesome.
Thanks, John.
Awesome information. I really want to see Infinite. I think Tara talked about that last week. I think Infinite does look like an interesting. I like Mike Wahlberg, so that might be good.
Yeah, I like Mark Wahlberg too. It's pretty good. So.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
We're back with Pete's iPhone that he's messing around with.
Yes, I am doing what I do best, and that is
run away from the Cylons.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's what you gotta do. Sometimes.
All the time.
Sometimes it is what it is. So, it was kind of fun though, even though there was a little bit of an interruption on my end, but it was still a lot of fun to have the babes on from Babes Beers Battlestar Galactica was kind of cool. And that was a great idea that you pulled out with having having them back at the end of the series.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think it'd be great.
Or the season, actually. Not the series.
Season.
The season.
That's season.
Season, yeah. That would be a great idea. So hopefully by then everything will be all straightened out. And
well,
I don't know.
It should be straightened out by next show, I hope.
It'll be straightened out by the end of tonight, but we'll see. Anyway, we have a world premiere, right?
Yeah,
So
give me a minute.
We have a world premiere of a piece from a past guest. Dorian Keys is a science fiction writer and award-winning author, and he's put together something that he sent our way, and we're going to do the world premiere of a commercial for his book. And so we're going to screen it. And, Chris, maybe we can have Dorian jump on for a minute or two and give us a little bit of background after we play. What do you think?
Sounds good. You want to send him the link for one of the two?
Sure.
While this is playing. So
Yeah,
without further ado,
Let's
we
do it.
have a world premiere of the book trailer, Imprint Legacy.
All right.
Give me hang on. I forgot. I got to turn on the audio piece too. Give me a second. All right. We may hear echo. There we go. We got that. And we go over here and then we click this. If you only knew what's going on behind the scenes, you would like, whoa,
Yes.
that's so
You only knew.
cool. I need to get rid of that. And now I can hit that and I can hit. All right, here we go.
My name is Robert Myers. I am a detective working with the Interstate Operations Unit. Who are these guys?
I don't know. Feds? Maybe?
We collaborate with other departments in the Federal Bureau of Investigations to solve outstanding and unusual cases that cross and/or concern New City.
We need backup. Make the call, Steven. Make the call!
Considering some unusual circumstances, the local detective unit decided to refer this case to us.
How much got transferred? 42%. Core systems are transferred. You know memories will take a little longer. His partner put up a serious fight. Did we get his body? Yeah, we got it. We have to leave now if we're to avoid confrontation with the authorities. Damn it. Tell Hans to prepare the transport. Take this body of Robert. It's damaged and we can't leave both of them here. We'll finish the memory transfer later.
The panel has made its decision. Detective Mears, you are to remain on administrative leave. Additionally, you are to report to the department psychologist as soon as possible. This review is closed, pending judgment upon the results of Detective Henry's search party.
From our analysis, it seems that you and Zelsior share quite a bit of DNA. Enough to put you in the same distant family.
So?
Well, I guess my actual question is, do you know Zelsior?
Are you telling me that you knew about this before you sent us in Ohio?
You used us as bait for your goddamn investigation. And you didn't even get the guy? I want some answers right now. My partner is missing, my job thinks I'm crazy, and it all ties back to you.
Myers, whoever this tipster is, he is neither your friend nor your ally. Don't trust him. You, Mr. Myers, are soon to become a survivor, just like me. Our life expectancy is very short. We are often despised by our own and hunted by them. These monsters who deceive and abduct our loved ones.
Do you really believe any of this to be true?
I don't know who or what to believe anymore, Elsa.
Robert, what's done is done. We now live in a new world. Zelsior told me everything when I was on the ship. Stay down, caretaker. It's over.
Eric. Why are you doing this? We haven't done anything to you.
Oh, but you will, Caretaker Myers. That's all you caretakers do. Destroy families and lives. Not this time. People's individual lives are irrelevant, Mr. Myers. We colonize galaxies. The picture here is so big that your mind cannot even comprehend it. The only people who know your family is still alive are in this room. I'd keep it that way if I were you. Where to, caretaker?
Just drive.
That was cool. Hang on, Pete. Okay, you're good.
I'm good.
Yep. Hang on, I gotta.
Okay.
We're probably echoing. Hang on, let me get rid of that. Now we're good.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, I was pretty impressed, man. The first time I saw that, I was like, wow. Not too. Oh, hey, I was like, I look. You and I don't usually see commercials for books. So,
Yeah, that's true. You don't see that much often. That makes this kind of really unique.
Exactly. So I thought it was kind of cool when Dorian reached out and said, "Hey, listen, guys, I got something for you, and we're honored that Dorian remembered us and wanted us to play the commercial for the ad for his book. And Lola says book came out today, I guess, and yeah, it's really really cool. Dorian, thanks for sharing that with us. We're happy to put it out there for you. And I remember you taking the time out to come on the show. We did an interview and we invited you for trivia. And we had
that's right. He was our first trivia guy, and he was our first. I think he was our first author.
Yes, he was our first author, and from there he actually won. The book came out a while ago. The commercial is released today.
Yeah.
Lola was Lola. The commercials today. The book was definitely out, and I remember that Dorian was telling us he was doing really well overseas, especially in the UK. So that was interesting to know. And so he continues to do well with that, and we wish him all the best. We were hoping to get him on the show. I think he might be out there if he is able to. He's going to step away from his own commitments, and I believe he may be in the middle of another interview, but if he gets time to wrap up, he might hop on with us for a little bit.
Okay, we'll keep an eye for him.
Yes, that'd be kind of cool. But nonetheless, there is a lot of cool stuff going on out there. And so we have, we are big with authors and the books. We're doing, the Cylon Death Machine, which is Battlestar Galactica 2. So we will, at some point, get into that. We're only going to do about it. I think Chris will probably end up doing a chapter.
Just one chapter tonight. And they're short chapter tonight.
Yeah, they're short chapters. So we're going to try that. And Cylon Death Machine in and of itself is one of my favorite episodes. And I remember when I read this was really good. And this is like the third time I read the book itself. And of course, the book typically is better than, any TV episode or, in many regards, the movie, depending. If the book is adapted from the movie, it doesn't work so much. But with these books, Chris, we've talked about the fact that Robert Thurston, was writing the books from the scripts, and sometimes they were from original material, and they hadn't had a chance to update it. So sometimes we get an insight into, elements of the original story, and so it's slightly different, but the characters are, for the most part, spot on. A little bit of backstory is in here. And you've mentioned before, Chris, that Vulpa was meant to be the original bad guy, and instead Baltar ended up becoming the big bad in the series. But Vulpa would have done just as well. But anyway, there's a lot of good backstory to Vulpa, so they did develop him at least in the book and in the I guess original screenplays. So yeah, but going back to writing, I mean, that was the thread I was trying to, stay with, was the fact that, we had somebody like, like Dorian coming on, and he's writing, and we know that a lot of our fans are writers as well, including Lola, who's a big supporter of ours, and she's a writer, and a lot of the other guys, we've had Eric Haddon and a lot of other professional writers on as well, and so we enjoy that a lot. Mediocre Modeler had put up a question, Chris, and we didn't get a chance to actually bring it up. And he wanted to know from the Battlestar Babes whether they do they collect? Do they have any Battlestar Galactica collectibles? And I missed that, and that would have been a really good question. So we're definitely going to bring that up next time we see them. That's a good one, man. So we'll definitely bring that up. And you know what? It's interesting that Mediocre Modeler went to a convention, Chris.
Yes.
I'm curious to know all about that. So we're going to follow up.
Posted a bunch of good videos in the beginning. I haven't seen any afterwards. I wonder how it went. So.
Yeah. So that's definitely. And speaking real quick, Chris, of conventions, we are going to. IFB is definitely set to go to. We have tickets right now to go to AwesomeCon in DC. And we're working towards New York Comic Con as well. So we definitely got two on the horizon. So I think we're
and
going
half
to
of
have-
us will be going to Dragon Con because the other half is staying behind.
Yes, that's right. So Chris, sorry that you can't go. I'll send you pictures and video from behind the scenes because I don't know where you're going to be, but sorry.
Mm-hmm. Sure. All right, well, let's get started with book versus episode.
All right.
Book versus episode.
Wow, that was loud in my ears. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's just too bad they keep cutting out the Viper that blows up the other Cylon Raider, because there's usually 3, and we only see 1 get away. So the other 2 blew up. Oh well, tough luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Dorian's it looks like Dorian's trying to log in, but he's not having a success, so he may have to try his cell phone.
All right. Well, Cell works, as all you can see for yourselves. It's the magic of the phone.
Emergency backup.
Yeah, emergency backup when all else fails. So yeah, we're working our way through the book itself. These chapters, for the most part, are short and sweet, and we're definitely going to do chapter 10 tonight. So if anybody's with us and you got the book, hopefully you've read up to chapter 10. So that's
What page is chapter 10?
It's page 91. It's
Okay.
91 to 95, and it's basically all Croft, which is very interesting, right? So we have jumped into his perspective and his mind's eye, a few times so far, and this is another one of those short chapters, but it's from the Croft perspective, which is very, very interesting.
Yeah, so I do like these chapters. The chapter that starts out with Croft. Yeah, of course you think it's a Croft chapter, and it's kind of his insight to what's going on. And I really like this one a lot. I mean, it's a short chapter, but you get the insight. I'll read the entire ending at the end of it, because he sums this whole chapter up in one paragraph at the end, and he's not happy. But kind of review that they've crashed onto the planet, and now they are trying to, and this does really well mirror the episode in regards to what's going on. So, but he's crashed. He talks about how he's a little disoriented, how he's cold, how he doesn't want to leave the ship, but he knows he can't stay in there, and kind of a snow pile avalanche on the inside, and then of course people are injured. So this is where they go back and forth, and some stuff has been thrown around, and this is he's felt this cold before. The cold is intense because he's a big mountaineer. He's done these cold. That's one of the reasons why he's on this mission. But if he's experienced it before, he's now saying, "This is cold. This is real cold."
Yeah. But he's still right. It's still about him.
Yes.
So not only are we getting it from his perspective, but we're also getting the idea that he's self-centered, right? He's definitely a self-centered guy, and so it's not only his point of view, but he's a little bit full of himself, and he talks a lot about the fact that he's been involved in avalanches. He's had to dig himself out.
Yeah,
this is not his first rodeo, so to speak.
Yeah, I've been cold before, even cold this intense. I've been on mountains whose violent cold winds nearly blew me away. I've been inside snow piles from an avalanche that took me centons to dig out. Experienced wet cold that caused cracks in my clothing, made ropes split unexpectedly, left corpses whose eyes still express a live disbelief of their own mortality.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
That is Croft awesome. I'm experienced. So, this is cool.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
This is really cool.
What he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So and then he also describes how bad the shuttle landing itself.
Right.
So remember that in the chapter before, right? And in the episode, you kind of like, there's like part of the Cylon Raider hits the shuttle, and there's like a gaping hole, and in the book now, not only do we know that the outside skin of the shuttle's ruptured, there's a gigantic tear, but now the landing itself has actually, destroyed a real good portion of the shuttle. So the shuttle, we find out, is it's inoperable after the crash landing. So they barely make it. And in the episode, Chris, last time you mentioned the special effects and how they actually filmed that part of the episode where they used models and they crashed them into the artificial snow and stuff, which was done phenomenally. It's really, really cool. So that's kind of what gets described, and so everything is all upside down, and they're kind of lucky that they didn't all get killed. But Vickers, his arm is broken in a couple of ribs, just like in the show.
Yep,
right?
just like in the show.
That hasn't changed. And then, of course, there's the Wolf move, right? Wolf steals the laser pistol. He takes Vickers' pistol and sidearm, and Croft sees all that, and he's not going to say anything. And there's multiple reasons, right? At least a couple of reasons, right? He says if he says something, Wolf is so volatile that he expects him to use it, and he figures it's probably going to be worse if he says something, but he's going to watch him because he doesn't fully trust him, and he's super volatile. So that was interesting.
Yeah,
the dynamics between them.
Yeah, he's even in the other chapters, he's expressed, he's beat Wolf one time or two times in a fight, or once or twice in a fight, and then, but he talks about that's somebody I don't like to mess with, so it's Wolf's a really big guy according to this, according to what the chapter is. So but he's taking the laser pistol, and he's like, I'm not gonna say anything because he's liable to just kill everybody right here.
Yeah, imagine that. So,
yeah, he's pretty.
Right, so that's going on.
Yep.
And that was important. We get to see the Lita scene. It plays out in the book almost exactly as.
And remember, she's
right?
she's an expert on laser wounds, but she's also a medic. So
a medic, yeah.
Yep.
So that's good to go. Obviously, it's Boomer, Starbuck, Apollo. Starbuck's hurt, right? That's quickly mentioned in like one sentence.
Yeah.
He's got blood. He hit his head or something.
Yeah, it's funny that I never really kind of liked this part of the dialogue would be the way it says, but here's Starbuck, he's crawling out, there's even in the show he's got blood trickled on there, and just the kind of landing you dreamed of, he says, no instruments, no field, and he's going on, he's fishing for hey, you did a good job. He's and that's, I never saw that in a Starbuck. I never saw that in a Starbuck character. I never saw somebody that needed a reassurance after a crash landing like that. Hey, but Boomer gives him that later on. But Apollo's like, hey, when you get Apollo, and once again in the book, Apollo's a little bit more angry, more of a leader that's not going to take crap from his subordinates. More of a person who's in the higher up piece. Just like Adama is more of a tyrant a little bit in the book compared to what he is in the show. Not like right. Tyrant's probably not the right word, but anyways, he's close. But you did a great job. But she's like, you're a fine pilot. Apollo interrupts. Hey, when you're through feeling unappreciated,
yeah.
Why don't you check on the wounded? It's like, oh man, that's just mean.
It's kind of cool, yeah. So
and of course, what does he say? What is and Starbuck goes back to him and says, "Aye, aye, sir." So there's that. We've seen it in the other episodes, even in the first book, that Apollo and Starbuck really aren't like they're friends, but it seems like there's a definite hierarchy in there that Apollo keeps twisting every so once in a while.
Yeah, he plays the captain role over
Yeah.
everybody a little bit more tougher in the book.
Yep.
And in the show, it's truly a buddy film, a buddy, show.
Yes.
And in the book, they're friends, but there's that, he's still in charge. He's the captain, and so yeah, it's a little strange.
But Boomer's there to save the day.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's the middle child, so he's
Yep.
he takes kind of steps in at the right time. But so now they all move to the snow ramp,
Right.
So they realize. Well, actually,
you forgot. Here's another clue here. That's Boomer's like pats him on the back. Hey, don't feel bad. Said, don't worry. And then Starbuck shoots an angry glance at his captain. Whoa! So here we go.
Yeah.
I gather that Starbuck doesn't always see eye to eye with Apollo.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think, Chris, this is when there's the Cylon. They don't call it a raider. He calls it, I think, a Cylon plane, which is weird. Does a flyover, and Croft is like, that thing's coming back, and it's coming back soon.
Yep.
So they got to get to the snow ram, and hope it's working, and get it the hell out. They got to evacuate the shuttle. The Cylons are coming, and they're gonna probably strafe the shuttle, which we kind of know that happens. But so they're now scrambling, and that's, I think, where the next now jump in the story is, or it moves forward towards the snow ramp. And Apollo gets in first, followed by Croft, like really soon after. Like he comes in, but Apollo gets in, and of course, we all know that there's Boxy and the Daggett Muffet's there, and he says, what's interesting though, Chris, right? He says Apollo says that Boxy looks like he's cold. He's been in there for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, Boxy's lucky he didn't get killed with bouncing around or something.
Yeah, no kidding. Not to mention, he didn't freeze. To this point, he hasn't froze yet. So
right.
Apollo's worried, and then Croft walks in. Right? Croft comes in, and it's interesting. He observes the dynamic, and he's like, Croft makes that comment about,
yeah. Yeah, I love Croft. I like the humor Croft has in there. He says, Boxy, Apollo shouts amazed. Apparently he knows the kid, unless Boxy's the animal.
Yeah. But Muffet doesn't like Croft.
No. Yeah.
Which is interesting, right? So they write that into it. Somehow, Muffet picks up on something about Croft. He doesn't like it, and Croft picks up on it.
Yep.
There was a comment that Croft made, and he says it's colder than a scorpion slumlord.
Yes, that's something. Where did that come from? What's a scorpion slumlord? We don't even have an idea. We don't have a something to compare that to, or something to reference that. And Scorpia, I think, is the planet, I believe. So
yes.
I guess a scorpion slumlord. I guess they're known to be really. I guess all slumlords are known to be jerks, but
right.
Evidently, a scorpion slumlord is even worse.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty bad. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting.
So, did you notice though that here's Apollo and the Muffet in there, and the there are three words here that kind of come here, son. Apollo says softly, "Come here, son."
Yes.
All right, where's son come in? What? There wasn't no adoption. This is book 2, so this is where did the son piece come in? How did Boxy becomes Apollo's son suddenly?
Well, look, I mean, it it may be, figurative. It's he feels like, there's a connection there. Maybe it's just an extension. Maybe, it may not be a literal thing at this point, but he feels, maybe, so they're establishing that at least.
Well,
So
great,
that,
great. The kid's Apollo's son.
Well,
This is
yeah.
what Croft's
That's
thinking.
Yeah, Croft is like
Perfect. This is what that he knows the challenge they have ahead, and Croft's like, really? And so Apollo's like, oh, don't worry about it, kid. It's going to be okay. And of course Croft is like, okay with you maybe, but it's not going to be okay with me.
Yeah, exactly.
What about the rest of us? We don't need a kid tagging along on this.
Yeah, he's worried about surviving, and now he's
Yeah.
now the kid and the mechanical dog. It's like, what the heck? So yeah, he's definitely not thrilled with the situation. But it's weird because you start seeing how Croft, although he's he's self-centered and he's a little bit egotistical, he's still like there's a part of him that's holding him back, right? So there's I think what they're hinting at least in the book, we know that in the show, but in the book they're slowly building to that other side, the redeeming quality of what Croft is
Right.
going to ultimately be. So they're taking it a lot slower in the book than they did in the show, which I remember picking up on it like right away when I saw it. Even as a kid, I was like, oh, so this guy's the bad good guy, right? That's kind of like who he is. So I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I mean, that pretty much, Chris, kind of like wraps up the episode, the chapter, not so much
Yep.
the episode, but it's a short one, and it only goes, like we had said earlier, it goes from 91 to 95, and that's kind of it. So
Yeah. So
they're worried they
yeah,
gotta
I
get
think
out.
the final paragraph in this whole thing sums up the entire chapter. It says, I don't like this. This is Croft. I don't like this setup. I don't like the way it's going. Wolf may have a gun. Thane is ready to cut throats. Lita, who knows what's going on in her head. Apollo's trying to assert command over a bunch whom command is a threat. We have a shuttle. We have no shuttle to return to the Galactica. A Cylon plane may be returning at any moment. The captain's kid's a stowaway. I got to put up with his mechanical growling pet. There's snow everywhere. It's colder than a scorpion slumlord. We're expected to climb a mountain that might not even have a rock, that you can cling to without sliding off. Knock off a weapon that can destroy the entire fleet. Escape with our teeth intact. Nope. I don't like this setup one bit. It's beginning to look a lot like it's going to be. It looks like to me is like it's going to be up to me to make this thing function at all. So
yeah, exactly. There he goes with that idea that it's all that he's going to save the day. So
Yep.
We'll see.
Maybe he will. In this book, you never know.
In the book, let's see what his redeeming quality will be in the end, book wise. So yeah. So that's where we are, guys.
Hey, we got Dorian back.
We got Dorian. Well, okay. So look, guys, that was chapter 10. Next episode, we're obviously going to go into 11 and something else. But as promised, Dorian Keys, which we premiered his book commercial, he's jumping on with us, and we're happy to have him. So Dorian, welcome back to IFB, and give us a little bit of background now on the world premiere that we had. Chris, do your magic.
We're set.
Go ahead. There we go.
No, I hear you. Just give me 1 second. Obviously, nothing is working today, so.
It's the UFOs, man.
It's UFOs. We made fun of the UFOs, and this is what happens.
Have done that. That was a mistake.
It is. So the funny thing, I tried to connect, and my laptop wasn't working right, and it finally shut down because it overheated for the first time ever.
Wow.
I have that effect on some laptops.
Yes, that's all Chris's fault. I blame Chris 100%. Don't worry about it.
Unreal. So I had that idea for that type of advertisement for a long time. The only thing that was stopping me was logistics. You need software, you need computer, you need stuff to work that, right? You can't just put it together. And even that ad that I'm sorry, that you just saw, I had to jump through some little hoops to make it work. You guys work with equipment in there, and the one that I have, it's not up to par to do it the correct way. So I have to do the audio mixing first, and do the video mixing next. So every time I had to fix something, I had to go back to the audio, fix the audio, come back, and then do the video and all that. But the format, this is how it all began. Remember that in our last interview I said that I have like a beta reader, right? So let's see if I can do this. Can I do this like this? Okay, I can do it like this.
Look at that.
So,
ta-da.
So, the beta reader actually, after reading the second book, she said, "Hey, I'm pretty sure you could write some fun scripts." And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure about scripts, screenplays. I like writing the descriptions. I have read screenplays before, and personally, I think they're a little dry, right? Because all the action has to be on screen. So I think about 2 months ago, a scene came to my head, and I believe God bless. I believe that I put it on Facebook, like a little tiny scene, like 3 sentences, and I don't know, something ticked in my head, and I went on Microsoft templates, and I got one of their templates for screenplay, and just that's how I wrote the first one, and then from that, I don't know. I just I always had this idea, this format idea for Imprint Legacy, especially for Morningstar. I don't think I can do that because it's like a
there's so many different stories, and Morningstar would be it would be very difficult to do that.
Focus type of thing, but for Imprint Legacy, I always had that initial like interview in between and action happening in between, just to tell the viewer what's happening. I mean, this is all done with stock footage. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds.
Real footage costs money.
So, we'll have to do. But everything else.
Oh, it looked great. I think it looked really good.
Actually, it did, and it had a little bit of a feel, a little bit of that X-Files mystery type thing. It had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
First, this is the second ad, like that 30-second phone video that I posted on Facebook. That's for the sequel.
I was just about to ask, when's the sequel coming out?
Right. So that's unseen. But since I had everybody on call, well, not exactly on call, but I had the same actors with me, voice actors. We did the voice with that, and then the track artist, the composer, he already composed the sequel's track first. And then I was like, all right, well, this is going to take a little while because I'm not ready with this. I have right now. I am editing the sequel. I am writing the book that I'm going to release after the sequel already. And in the mix, I am also helping a friend of mine edit a memoir He
Oh.
was he well, he worked as an EMT in New York
Interesting.
for late 80s, 90s, and culminated 2001, a little bit after 2001. So he's got quite a
wow.
few stories. It's a departure from what I write, absolute departure. I love the idea of writing science fiction because I have the freedom of fiction. I don't have the freedom of fiction with this. You have to keep to the facts. You have to make sure the names are changed and so on and so forth. So it's a little bit it's a little harder, but it's an experience. It's something very different. So this has taken priority over all the other projects right now. We need to release it within a time frame. I can't say anything more because likely my name will not be on that book. But I'm just.
That's good that you're helping out, though. I mean,
Yeah,
it gives you
absolutely.
experience.
Roll up in it, man.
There's
Yeah.
a
Very cool.
deadline for this, right? Because the 20th anniversary is coming up. So
Yes.
so
So-
Cool, man.
that's why I shelved everything. But the sequel, I have. I'm at 82,000 words right now, and
Awesome.
hopefully, but I will finish I will finish the second edit. It will be at like 85. It will go back to her. Probably another 3 months. It'll come back to me. That's probably going to jump up maybe 5,000 or 6,000 words because generally she asks for more. And with this book, there's no holds barred. Whatever she's asking for. Remember, I said with Imprint, like say I want to keep it short. Well, I mean, people that I
This
don't
is the
know.
process, right, Dorian? I mean, you're talking about what the actual real process is of writing a novel and doing it the way it's supposed to be done is what you're describing, which is basically work. You got to work at it so that the product that comes out at the end is worth reading. So, yeah, man, some people don't know any of this, and this is what it's about, man. And that's why you're getting so many people interested in your stories because you're putting the effort in and it's getting done the right way and you're going the extra mile and it shows in all these things that you're doing. It shows that your heart is in it, and that's what makes the difference. So we're really happy that we're a part of your process, and we definitely want to make sure that we stay in touch with everything that's going on. And as this formulates and stuff, we want you to come back and keep enlightening us and keep us involved. And we're honored that you chose us to do the world premiere. And we wish you the best of luck, Dorian. Please come back. We want to have you. We want to do another full interview when you're ready, and we want to keep moving forward with you. And it's a great thing. And congratulations again on your awards. To bigger and better things, Dorian. Here's to you and your book. Congratulations, my friend.
Yep.
Hey, thank you.
Before we cut loose, Pete, I just wanted to. There's one question in the chat.
Yeah.
Will we hear from Captain Darius again?
Who? You asking?
Yep. I guess.
I dipped in and out of the show. I saw the babes and I saw that Pete was having like camera issues, and I think that's where my laptop decided to heat up. So I had to like step off. I said the message to Pete,
Okay.
Step off. I don't know what's happening, so I might have missed some portions of this feed.
All right. That's fine. So yeah, once again, thank you for fighting through the tech issues.
Yes, which went all around.
So
no
Pete's
problems.
familiar with those.
It is the aliens.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
It's the Cylons. We're getting ready to invade. It's okay.
Well, looking forward to having you again, Dorian. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you for letting us share your video.
Keep doing
Thanks,
what you're
guys.
doing, man. Take care.
Have a good one.
Take care.
All right, so Chris, we had
What a busy night tonight.
We did the premiere. We
Yep.
overcame some of the Cylon nanites trying to sabotage the show. We had the Babes on, right? Babes Beers Battlestar Galactica, which is kind of cool. And we'll have them come back.
Oh, definitely. We had a really good time with them.
So John brought us up to speed with news, which is really cool. And I don't know, man. It's we did the book, so I think in the end, mission accomplished.
Yeah, it's almost been a 2-hour show. That's one of our longest.
Climbing Mount Hecla.
And we got to say, we have still 7 people stuck on here. So that says something. Those people who have hung in with us for almost 2 hours. Thank you. This has been a long one. Of course, I've always been trying to talk Pete into a 24-hour stream. And Pete's like, no. I was like, oh, we could talk for 24 hours. We can do this. He's like, no, we can't do 24 hours. I bet the fans, out of the 7 fans, we have 8 fans we have left. Wouldn't you like to see a 24-hour version of this? Like, could we talk to you for 24 hours? Would you watch us for 24 hours?
3, 4.
4 hours. Okay.
Let's go with 4.
We'll start with 4. I bet you we could do 24 though.
We probably could. But that's I don't know. Let's not go there. Listen, I'm gonna thank everybody for tuning in. So for everybody that's watching live, guys, thank you so much for staying with us, and for everybody that's watching us in syndication, thanks for watching as well. We love having you on board, whether it's live or not. Keep clicking the thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your friends and bring them on. And if you want to contact us, very important. Always like to mention that info@interfleetbroadcasting.com. And from my part, everybody stay safe and see you at the next show. Keep the faith, and remembers, fans fuel the fleet. So, Chris?
Yes. So, fans fuel the fleet. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll come by planet Earth to pick you up again for another hour to 2-hour trip next week on Thursday. So make sure you're standing outside your house, or actually, no, stand by close to your computer. We'll come by and pick you up, and we'll take you on another trip. So please join us next week. Thanks very much. Y'all take care. And I'm empty. Oh man, it's good. We definitely have to end the show now. I'm empty.
Oh boy, how could you be empty?